What's up, Soul Fam?
What's up, Soul Fam?
Hi, Soul Fam. Man, it's fucking amazing out here. Wish y'all could have this experience. You know, I wanted to discuss more healing techniques and, give you another perspective on how to look at the things that are in front of you. Whether that's past traumas, self-limiting beliefs, or just victimhood mentality. It's all, at one point in your life, it was all of service to you. Truly was. But now, it seems as if it's controlling your life and it's really blocking you from living a joyous, fulfilling, dream life. Because this is all possible and this is our gift from God. But then we come to this earthly planet, forget where we come from, and we follow our elders in order to gain experience and learn wisdom and figure out how to navigate through this 3D world. Not knowing that they were fucking lost while they were sharing their fucking knowledge with us. And now, we're lost just as well. But now we're like, well, fuck. What do I do? See, a lot of people think that they have all these things wrong with them. Like when they think of healing, their self-healing and everything that they have to overcome and, all the beliefs they have to redefine. Keep this in mind. You think you have, a fucking overeating, you fucking, addicted to cigarettes, weed, maybe drugs, fucking, bad relationships, fucking people pleasing, right? All these things that are undesirable and that will block you from living your best life. You think you gotta go you're like, damn, I gotta heal all this shit. But little did you know that it was just one thing. It's not an addiction and an overeating and, fucking no self-worth, fucking lack of confidence and freaking all that. It's one thing. It is one thing that is causing all this. So, really let that soak in. Because that should take a lot of weight off your shoulders. Because right now in your journey, you might think you have all this in front of you. And thinking how am I ever going to overcome, my bad childhood and, my overeating and all my addictions and, my lack of confidence. How could I overcome this? It seems so overwhelming. There's so many things and it feels like I can never get ahead. And it seems like whenever I make progress, I fucking take 3 steps back. Well, like I said, it's one thing. Find out what that one thing is. Go within. Connect to your heart and ask, what is it that is causing all this dissonance in my life? All this reacting, always chasing pleasure. What is it? And then your soul's gonna be like, you feel like you're not whole and you're not complete. And every experience that you experience, you always believe the illusion that something's missing, and you're always trying to make something better instead of just being present in a moment and being grateful for what's there. We always need something else. Like, wow, I feel good right now, but man, I could go for a joint. Damn, man, that steak dinner was good, but damn, I want an ice cream sundae. Fuck it, man. You know what I mean? We're always thinking like something's missing, and we're always trying to enhance the experience. But all that's doing is reconfirming that the ego is right, and the ego knows best, and what the ego wants, the ego gets. But whenever you have these, just be mindful of them. Don't judge them. Be like, oh, fuck. I'm aware that I feel like I want this, but I know I don't. I know that this is just a fleeting thought. It's a conditioned thought that I've been cycling through my consciousness for the last 10 years. And in order for this to be released, I have to just become aware of it, thank it whenever it shows up, and just let it go. Because just know that any thought that shows up, it's not going to stick around for very long unless you give it your conscious awareness. But play around with this. Next time, like, let's just say you're a cigarette smoker and you want a cigarette, right? You want a cigarette. And just be like, I'm aware that I have a craving for a cigarette. But this is just a conditioned thought that I allowed to just cycle in my consciousness, and now it's a problem. And I'm addressing it. So I'm aware of it. But I'm not saying I can't have a cigarette, but I'm just not going to have one right this second. Right when my ego or my mind fucking wants to trigger that freaking, that neurochemistry to make me feel like I need this. I need this nicotine. Oh, I'm jonesing. You know what I mean? Speaking of jonesing, fuck it. I need it! I'm just kidding. But just be with that thought momentarily and let it go. Like, oh, there goes that thought again. Man, that thought must really like me because it keeps showing up. And the more you let it go, not saying that you won't react, like you won't have a cigarette and you're just going to end up quitting, but no, you're going to lower your consumption to eventually it gets lower and lower. And then you're going to build this self-confidence like, wow, I don't even need this as much as I believe I did. You know, like I always, like, Spirit always is letting me know, like, that shit's in your head, Michael John. Like, you don't need that fucking nicotine pen because I could misplace it for like an hour or two, and then all of a sudden go to grab, like, feel my pockets will be gone. Like, oh, where is it? And then I'll think about the last time I hit it, and I'm like, damn, I didn't hit that thing for like 2-3 hours. And then sometimes I'll leave the house and I'll forget it, and it won't even be on my mind until I allow it, until it hits my mind, and I continue to give my conscious awareness its attention. So more and more, each and every day, practice just putting it off for 5 minutes. It's gonna condition your mind and your awareness to not always just react as soon as you have a thought. Oh fuck, cigarette, shit. Oh fuck, drink. Oh, coffee. Oh, eat. Joint. Sex. You know what I mean? Like, bam, just fucking straight slave to the body and the mind. Because there's going to be a point in your life, if you're going through this awakening, where none of that shit even grabs your attention. None of it, you know? And the only thing that's going to feel good is you fulfilling your purpose, you being of service, you expressing yourself authentically, you using your gifts to, you know, contribute to creation. And that's what we're all here for. Contributing in a positive, uplifting manner to creation. And as long as you leave this planet in a better state than you got here, shit, you did mighty fine. You did damn good. So quit going down on yourself and thinking you have all these issues and all these problems, and just know that it's one. And once you figure out what's causing these specific triggers, which you already know, it's just giving into them every time you have the thought. Nicotine, and that's what sucks about the nicotine pen. You know, at least with cigarettes, you know, you go outside, you have a cigarette, you flick it, it's done, you're inside, and you don't think about it until the next time you have one. Well, with the salt pen, it's not so much. You always have it on you, and you could always just low-key type shit. So really, it's up to you to moderate your consumption. And a lot of us don't do that, and it gets the best of us, and before we know it, we're on fucking 50 milligrams salt, Nick, freaking going through fucking 5 tanks a day. You know what I mean? So, back on what I was discussing, there's one thing. There's not 5 things. There's not 10 things. If you just find what this one thing that is triggering all this neediness, all this lack, all this unworthiness, where it's causing you to chase pleasure so you could distract yourself from the work that you need to do. It's one thing. Find out what it is. Usually, it's a lack of purpose in life, and it's a lack of confidence. You lack confidence, and within that lack confidence, because you have no confidence, you have no purpose. And I don't know if you know something about purpose, but you know, individuals that do what they love every day and share their gifts and their talents and they're of service and they love what they do, they live long, fulfilling lives. Long, fulfilling lives. And then the individuals that really have no purpose and are just pretty much, you know, working a job to make ends meet. And then let's say they retire from that job and then they really ain't got shit going on. They die off fairly quickly. Because creation has no use for them anymore. And once there's no use for you, you're adios. You're gone. Once you fulfill your purpose, or Spirit says, all right, you know what you came down here to do. You're not doing it. We gave you 75 fucking years. Now you're retired and you're still not doing shit. Pull your number. So if you want to live a long, fulfilling life, I suggest you start asking that one question. What is thy will, Father? Not mine, but yours. What did I come here to do? What is my purpose? And just keep asking that without any expectation or assumption of what that is. And once you find it, you'll know. You'll fucking know. 12-12, baby. So, I'm going to start shouting out numbers because maybe, you know, I always receive numbers. Always. All throughout the day. All day. When I make a video, I'll just be staring at the screen and all of a sudden my awareness is pulled to the counter. And like I said, it's 12-12 or, you know, right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to start sharing these numbers and you can go on Joanne Sacred Scribes and start Googling the angel numbers because possibly if I am saying them and I'm sharing them, someone needs to hear them because there's no accidents. So if I say 12-12, and maybe you've been seeing that number frequently, you need to Google it. You need to find what it means to you. There's a website, I think it's called something Willow, and Willow Soul or something, and it's 3 reasons why you keep seeing 12-12. 3 reasons why you keep seeing 10-10. 3 reasons why you keep seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. And find out which one resonates with you most. But you already know, you just don't have any faith and trust in your and confidence in yourself. You know? That's like the individual that goes around asking for advice and just keeps asking until they get the advice they want to hear. Like, what the fuck's the point, you know? What's the point? Just know that when you Google that number, 9 out of the 10, the first one that pops up is the one Spirit wants you to look into. And if not, you'll know. You'll be like, no, this one catches my attention. And then you'll go with it. So I'm going to start calling out these numbers. As far as healing goes, if you're looking to self-heal, there's a thing called quantum healing. Quantum healing. I don't know if that's a real thing, but that's pretty much what I was told it was through my intuition. And what you do is, you get in a meditative state, and you go back to a point in time where you experienced some type of trauma in your childhood. And you meet up with that aspect of yourself, of that child. And you comfort it. You love it. You give it an explanation that better serves them than the one they gave it. The one that was causing you all that grief your whole life, all that shame, all that guilt. And it's time to go through our life and redefine it. Because little did you know that the mind has no idea whether it's having an experience, an internal experience, or an external experience. And then when the mind thinks it's having a real experience, it sends them same emotions, them same sensations through the body as if you're already living it. So you can go back in time and heal your past. And it might not, you could have a freaking breakthrough right there, or sometimes there's a little lag time and it catches up. And then, a week down the line, all of a sudden, you got the answer to what was causing you all that shit. You know what I mean? And that's how magic our universe is. Ask and you will receive. Knock and the door shall open. But y'all don't believe anything. If God came down here in the flesh and told you who you were, you still wouldn't believe him. So what's it gonna take? Let me tell you, believing in yourself, that's what it takes. It doesn't matter how many people are telling you how well you're doing, how kick-ass you are. If you don't fucking believe you're kick-ass, then you're not. You're not kick-ass. It doesn't matter. There's so many beautiful women out there that are absolutely gorgeous. Freaking just bodies from just heaven. And they are just the most insecure little things ever. Why? Because they pay attention to the fucking media, to the images that they portray of what beauty truly is, and they're fucking brainwashed. And that's okay. You're not wrong for that. But it's time to realize, like, wow, I know I'm beautiful, but I know I am. I'm told it every day, but there's still this shred of doubt or unworthiness. Something's in there where I'm not fully embracing my greatness. Find out what that is, ladies and gentlemen. Find out what it is. Because without that, you'll never reach your highest potential. You'll never become that charismatic, loving, authentic, great being of light. So, open your mind up. Closed mind never served anybody. Just remember, until you believe it, you will never see it. Most people say, oh, once I see it, I'll believe it. But that's horseshit. It's the complete opposite. Once you fucking believe it, you will see it. It will show up. So just remember, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, hearing exactly what you're supposed to be hearing. But it's up to you to take action. There's no accidents, there's no coincidences in this universe. So if this video randomly found you, never seen this ugly mug show up on your newsfeed ever, and then this is possibly something that you're going through, take it as a gift from the universe. That's what it is. It's the universe sending you what you were asking for. See, we ask, but when it's time to receive, we're looking this way, and it's coming this way. Because we have this assumption or this expectation of how it's gonna come, and it never comes that way. And sometimes it has to cycle around 5 times in order for us to receive it, because we're so attached to it coming a certain way, showing up in a certain way. But just know, God's not gonna come down here and personally hand you the blessing you asked for. It might get sent from the most random person, someone you would never ever expect. It could be your enemy. It could be someone that you don't really care for too much. It could be an ex. It could be anyone. And that's gonna humble the fuck out of you. You think you're humble now, wait till you have to be in service to somebody who did you wrong. Give to someone who's stolen from you. Love someone who broke your heart. And then you'll be humble. And then you'll know what true humble is. But I'm gonna get going. I just wanted to make this video real quick and share a couple ideas. Tip on, what I do to go heal my past. And every day, it's becoming more and more aware of the story the mind is telling when I'm not navigating in there. Because that's when you'll really know your condition. That's when you'll truly know. Is when you don't navigate your mind through your own awareness and you just let it co-pilot. Just let it co-pilot but still be aware of it and see the fucking story that it's telling. And I guarantee you there's some type of guilt in there, there's some type of shame, there's some type of worthiness, there's some type of lack. But just remember, it's just one thing. And that is self-acceptance, self-love. The only way to this is loving yourself. Either way, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. And just remember, time is now. United we stand, divided we fall. It's up to you.